from Match.com, and there should be a warning label on that that says it's for white people only. Because I am short, I'm Latina, I'm chesty, and I'm chubby, and that is 4 fetishes right there that you have to deal with. So whatever, I sign up, and then the first guy emails me within 1 hour, and there's no picture, of course, and he says, "Can I ask you a personal question?" And I'm thinking, why not? I just paid $43.95, ask away. And he's like, "I'm not a creep." Warning right there. He's like, "Do you have big boobs? I can explain, and I'll send you a picture." So I'm like, go ahead. He sends me his picture. I open the JPEG. He looked like a pig-nosed molester. I thought I was on meganslaw.com. And it gets better. His explanation for wanting to know if I have big boobs is because he likes really big tits, like triple D's. That's not even a fucking size. It goes like double D's and then F's. So whatever, I ignore him because that's what you want to do. And then he writes me back in all caps, "What? So you're too good to talk to me now?" I don't like being yelled at in real life, let alone being yelled at on the internet. So I was like, "Listen, dude, you might be a big boob guy, but I'm a face type of girl." And then he writes me back, "Oh, what? You think you're that hot, you fucking fat ass?" And I'm thinking, fat ass? I specifically chose a deceiving picture that made me look skinnier than I was. Like I was sucking it in, making soup bowls in my clavicles, you know? And then I'm thinking, who else has big boobs? Fat asses. That's his demographic. So I ignore him. And then the next day, this really hot, douchey guy writes me, and I'm thinking, score, that's my type. I give him my number. I said, "Let's go out to dinner on Friday night." He calls me Wednesday at 11:30. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like 11:39, I'm watching The Office. He's like, "I love The Office." And then I'm telling him how I live with my grandparents and that they're super cool. And then he's like, "Can I come over?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Why not?" I was like, "Because I live with my grandparents." Many other reasons too. And he's like, "But I thought that they were cool." Click. So I'm telling my mom this because I want her to be supportive. And she's that supportive Latina mother. And she's like, "Well, you are fat now. Maybe you should, drop your standards." And I'm thinking, okay, I will lower my standards. So then this ugly guy writes me, and he's really ugly. I'm not being mean and judgmental. He just is. And I give him my number, because I give everybody my number on this damn site. I'll give you guys my number tonight, too. And he's like a texter, and he's text messaging me. And ladies, how guys text message all the time, and you have to be cute and funny, and then it ends up being some sexual pun. And I'm not like that at all. I'm grumpy. So while he's text messaging me, he tells me he walks with a limp. And I'm like, fuck, now I have to go out with this guy because I'm a Christian and I don't want to go to hell because I'm judging him because he walks with a limp. But then it gets worse because he's text messaging me and then he tells me he's a stoner. So I'm like, sweet, I'm not a pothead, but I'm a mooch. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe I'll get so high I forget that he has a limp. But then he tells me the reason he's a stoner is because every 3 months, he has a seizure. And the reason every 3 months he has a seizure is because he has cerebral palsy. I don't even know what that is, but I know I don't want to date it. I don't even know what cereb is. So I'm thinking, all right, okay. The 3 strikes, Julia, you are out, you can go back in the world, but I'm like, no, I have an ego. I'm a gambling woman. Let's go for it. So this short guy writes me, and I'm thinking, well, maybe that's the only problem he has. He's short. Short guys don't get laid. I'm short. I'm thinking, maybe we can have cute hobbit children, because we as women, anytime we meet a man that we like, we think, could we get married and what do our kids look like? It's sick, and that's probably why I don't have a boyfriend. I'm on the site, but whatever. So I write him a letter, and I'm like, dear guy, I need to know 3 things about you. Number 1, do you have a boob fetish? Number 2, do you want to toot it and boot it? And number 3, do you have cerebral palsy? Like now these are like questions you have to ask on Match.com now. I'm not joking you. And he writes me back and he's like, no, I'm not really a boob guy. I'm more of a calf guy. And I'm thinking, that's weird. Who's a calf guy? Like maybe because he's so short he sees them better? But then he tells me like, no, I want a relationship. And I'm thinking, that's sort of weird too, at Match.com. But then 3, he tells me, as a matter of fact, it's funny, I do have cerebral palsy. And I'm like, what? What? And I'm thinking, you know like when you sign up and you're checking, like I don't want to date black guys, I don't want to date Asian guys. Did I like miss the box that said like no cerebral palsy guys? And so like I go to work and I'm telling everybody about it because you know I have to really like think like what just happened to me. So when I get home, there's another all caps letter that he wrote me. All caps, saying how I should give cerebral palsy a chance. And I'm thinking, dude, you don't want to date a girl like me who's going to judge you on stage because you have cereb. And 2, if like you were so proud of it, why didn't you put that on your profile? And now I'm still single. So have a good night, you guys.